question we have for you today is, what would you like to experience this summer?
Here at Nature Affinity, we do a Reflections in Nature video every single Thursday, along with spontaneous nature content through our Facebook page at facebook.com/natureaffinity or on Instagram at natureaffinity618. So be sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing. So in this video we'll be discussing procrastination. And our view of procrastination is that in a limited sense it can be healthy and constructive to procrastinate, because days of rest and recovery are actually essential. What we must be aware of is that procrastination does not become a chronic habit in our lives, because that's how we are really held back through procrastination from achieving our vision, essentially, of what we would like to see in our lives.
And one of the biggest things that I think is a contributor and a creator of procrastination to start with is a lack of desire to do a certain thing. There are a lot of things in life that unfortunately a lot of us don't want to be doing, and we know that we have to. We don't really have an option but to do it, but we just kind of push it off until it's absolutely futile, because ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, and another thing that causes procrastination, I've found in my experience and in what I've noticed, is a lack of clarity, or not really knowing where to begin with something. Or in essence, really, procrastination can stem from stress. Like, it can be like a natural reflex to procrastinate when you're feeling overwhelmed and stressed out by something.
Under pressure.
Now we've established a few sources of procrastination and the habit of chronic procrastination, but how do you limit chronic procrastination? We're going to address a few ways that you can limit this in your own life experience. And really, one of the most powerful ways that I've found is to change my thinking and really do today instead of tomorrow, because tomorrow never really comes. And our entire lives, really, here on planet Earth are a flash of light. I've said this before, but it can't be repeated enough times, that you don't have any idea what moment is going to be your last. So do it now and not tomorrow.
Another thing that I do to help end some of my procrastination is I find something in it to be inspired by. I can connect it through other things or doing something. It brings me a lot of energy and desire to do things. There's a lot of different ways that I can incorporate inspiration into seizing my procrastination.
Yes, and something that really helps is if you have people in your life that can help inspire you. You can collaborate with these people, and through that collaboration you can both be inspired to end your chronic procrastination and step into the radical action required to actually manifest your priorities as a physical reality in your life experience. Another way that we can really end chronic procrastination, or at least limit it, because we don't want to eliminate it, we just want to limit it to only constructive procrastination, is to really take your priority, whatever that might be, and break it down into smaller tasks. Because when you do this, then like I said, a source of procrastination is your brain being overwhelmed and getting way too stressed out. And that's just a natural reflex, is to procrastinate and postpone, because your brain prioritizes rest and recovery because it's very intelligent. And procrastination is intelligent. So if you break down a task into very small segments that are easy to execute, and take 1 or 2 of these every single day to work towards your overall goal, you'll have a much easier time of not chronically procrastinating and actually getting stuff done.
Another one of the things that I need to work on, and am working on currently, is limiting time spent with distractions, not serving your priorities. So, looking at Facebook for another 2 minutes or whatever,
Yeah, scroll.
it's not very helpful, and I have a bad habit of that. But at least I'm investing a portion of my Facebook time on a couple of different groups, so I'm not just mindlessly there as a active fidgeting. So a little bit of a problem, but a little bit productive.
Facebook can be constructive too. It's not just a distraction, but it's engineered to addict you to continually scrolling. So there's social engineers behind these things that do actually engineer them to addict you.
Yep.
So we just need to be aware of that. And anything can really be distraction, like YouTube, television, any one of these things.
Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix. People spend so much time on Netflix, so it's almost mind-boggling to me how much time people spend on Netflix. We could go on and on and on. There's so many. But just whatever things are not serving your priorities, just take some time. Take 20 minutes of your day and just intensely focus on your priority, and only that priority, only one thing. No matter how many people say, oh, I'm good at multitasking, I do that all the time. No, you're not.
I get distracted.
You're just kidding yourself when you say you're good at multitasking. When you focus on one thing and one thing only, that is when you're at your highest level of productivity. And just take that intense focus and do 20 minutes at a time. Start with that, and it will do wonders to your productivity. And just that small segment of time is not enough for your brain to get overwhelmed. So it should really help end chronic procrastination for a lot of people, including myself, and anybody that watches this video and tries it out, because I've found that it's worked wonders for me, especially when it comes to reading a book or something like that. Just take 20 minutes and just focus on reading. That's a good example.
I tried that, but you fell asleep. You focused on closing your eyelids.
Yeah.
But I read a chapter.
It happens. And it's kind of a lifelong process to actually not be a chronic procrastinator. And really, we just have to be aware of it. That's all. And a little bit of procrastinating, like we said, it's constructive. It can be. And it can be healthy as well. So, if you found value in this content, and know somebody who may also find value here, we would love to have you consider sharing it. Thank you so much for watching, and take care. Have a beautiful day.